Yeah, part of the self-care routine, destroying pots. Hi everyone, it's Melissa, your plantita abogada here at Tasteful Nodes, coming to you today with a plant care is self-care repotting session. I mean, gosh, it's been a while since I've done one of these, but I've disappeared for 4 months, and I feel like, you know, I probably owe an explanation to some friends who, I mean, I adore, but am in touch with sporadically, like you guys. Figured I'll do it while I repot this beautiful Monstera Compacta. So Monstera Compacta is supposed to be a small version of a large form Monstera deliciosa. If that doesn't confuse you. Okay, so a mini version of a large form Monstera deliciosa. Is that better? I don't know. Anyway, it's a large form Monstera deliciosa that produces fenestrations when it is still immature, and then it produces the secondary fenestrations right here when it's in its intermediate phase, and it's still really small. So compacta, hence the name compacta. Now this compacta is a plant that my husband bought probably 2 or 3 years ago, and he got it from Suaveroids. Hi Dee. In any case, you know, this plant we didn't know what it wanted. It was not happy in regular potting mix. And so I went ahead and threw it in some hydro stuff. And look at it now. I'm so sorry. However, since I don't have hydro stuff right now, I will be moving it into a container with Pafcal and pumice and hope that it'll be fine while I recuperate. Yeah, I said recuperate. So what happened between the last video, or between the 4 months that I told you about in April, remember Tasteful Nodule. So Tasteful Nodule was a growth on my right lobe of my thyroid, and last year we did a biopsy on it and it was benign, so I had to get yearly ultrasounds. That was the deal. I got my yearly ultrasound this year in April, and it turned out that Tasteful Nodule has taken over my entire right lobe, and it brought along a friend. It was kind of worrisome for my endo, and she was especially worried because the new nodule was too small to biopsy, and she was like, you know what, it does seem like a suspicious nodule. They both seem sus. You should probably go ahead and have a lobectomy done. And we did that. We got a lobectomy done end of the month of July. And before that, I'm super busy with kids and with my plant group, Suloi. Yeah, we call ourselves a plant group, but we're really a social group based on people who like plants, I suppose. We actually did a fundraiser last year that raised money to build a house for indigenous children. Because the children live high up in the mountains, hours away from a school, they actually have to come down from the mountains to go to school, and not many of them do, and not many of them go further, you know, into college and stuff. So this was a project by my friend Ian, who was supported by the Philippine Synapses Society, our sister group, and my friend Mikael. People in my group Suloi are amazing people. We started the fundraiser around Christmas time, and we ended in January, and we raised quite a lot to help build this house. And I'm really proud of these people that I get to call friends and soulmates. That's what we call ourselves in the group, soulmates. Anyway, super busy with Suloi, super busy with my friends. Oh yeah, and my brother got married on Guam. So we had an impromptu wedding reunion on Guam, the entire family. It was wonderful. It was just fantastic. I guess I just had to put Tasteful Nodes aside just for a little bit because I really needed to focus on what was going on in life. Everybody, including the internet, says that thyroid cancer is the kindest cancer. At this point, I had no idea of anything. And, you know, you get that little nagging worry in the back of your head, and you're just like, okay, let me take care of business real quick. And that's what I did. And I have no regrets, but, you know, I do feel like I owed people an explanation for that. Now, I'm gonna have to destroy this pot because there's this big, beautiful root right down here. I don't know if you can see it right here. Yeah, and I don't want to destroy them, so we're destroying pots today. Anyway, what happened, happened. And before we left to go to Guam, I went ahead and set the appointment for the partial lobectomy. At this point, because Tasteful Nodule was so huge, it was also touching the isthmus. They recommended that they remove the isthmus as well. And that was fine with me. I chose to go with a lobectomy. And I know this might be a question that pops up for people who've actually gone through this. But I chose to go through the lobectomy because I wanted, but there was no indication that I had cancer. The biopsy from last year was benign, and the small one was going to be removed. So I wanted a working thyroid, so I wouldn't have to take medication for the rest of my life. Now, come surgery time. Surgery was a lot more intense than I expected. And it might be in my head because of what happened, but I've been through back surgery. I've had 2 C-sections, right? I mean, this should be nothing, another walk in the park. But what happened was they went through surgery, everything came out all right. The surgeon did note that there was another hard lump in that same area and removed it. That was it. So they sewed me back up. I have a little souvenir necklace right here, just for the occasion. Where are you? There you are, right here. But while I was recovering, they noticed that my neck was swelling up. And I had to go back in again, which I wasn't aware of because, I was out of it. I was under general anesthesia. Fine. That's fine. That part is the part that messes with my head. Something could have gone wrong if I wasn't closely monitored, and being unconscious, not knowing that something was going wrong. Attorneys, okay, we tend to be in control of a lot of things, and being unconscious and at the mercy of my nurses and my doctors, gosh, it's hard. It's hard to give up that control. The reason why I'm wearing the same outfit is because I'm recording a bunch of videos on this day because I'll be going through surgery again. Yeah. Roughly a month after my first surgery, I have to go through surgery again because Tasteful Nodule was a malignant papillary tumor. I think that's what they called it. And the other one was also a papillary tumor. However, Tasteful Nodule was encapsulated but slightly invasive, so meaning the encapsulated tumor was already starting to open or break. So we have to go back for the rest of the thyroid. They did an ultrasound on me, last week after we discussed the findings with both doctors, the surgeon and my endo. And there's a lymph node that looks really suspect right now. It's a dark space. So they'll be removing that too, along with the rest of my thyroid. After surgery, I'm gonna have some radioactive iodine therapy. Yay, which is gonna be, radioactive iodine will be given to me in a capsule form or in juice. And I'll have to be monitored in a hospital because I'll be radioactive. And I kind of joked with my sister and I told her, I'm still kind of bummed about not getting my letter to Hogwarts, but maybe I have a chance to become a superhero now that I'll be exposed to radioactivity. So yeah, I'm still in a good mood. I'm still same old playful, tasteful nodes that you've come to know. I'm just swamped and super busy because of everything that I need to get done before surgery. Give me a second. It's getting complicated. The plant, not the surgery. Check this out. Look at how nice this is. Okay, you know what? Maybe I'll rinse it. I'll be right back. Now look at these beautiful roots, right? Beautiful. I don't see any rot anywhere, nothing. So after surgery, I was nauseated, vomiting, and this was just the same day. They had to give me some medicine to stop the nausea because I guess, what is that called? Anesthesia was doing like a number on me that I've never experienced before. I was just dizzy. Now, with the radioactive iodine treatment, like the name says, I'll be exposed to some radioactive stuff. Because of that, I'll have to be hospitalized again and monitored there until I'm at a safe level to be released. And after that, I was told that I'll have to quarantine some more because I have little children and people who are, I guess, immune compromised. Speaking about autoimmune compromised, so one of my complaints from last year was that I was always tired, like always dead tired. And I couldn't figure out why. But, you know, no biggie, because we checked my thyroid several times last year and the numbers were still good. The histopath report actually turned out that I have Hashimoto's. Yay, Hashimoto's disease, which is another thyroid condition where I ain't no expert, okay? So I'm just explaining it in the way that I understood it. What I understood Hashimoto's to be was where your body's white blood cells actually attack your thyroid. So it will destroy your thyroid. It's kind of a moot point at this point because when they take the rest of my thyroid in a few days, it won't really matter. Hashimoto's will disappear because I don't have a thyroid anymore at that point. I guess my point is everybody tells you to watch out for sudden weight loss. Nobody tells you to watch out for sudden weight gain. So if you're in that boat where you've got some curious weight gain, you can't shake it, maybe ask your doctor if it would be something that's thyroid related. So yay, we cleaned off all the coconut cubes on the roots because PAFCAL does not play well with organic stuff. You have to keep it inorganic. If there's a little bit of organic stuff left, I wouldn't sweat it. So it looks like the mix that I previously had this in for people who are curious about the components that made this root like crazy. I had pumice, I had some aroid mix, coconut cubes, some vermicast from the looks of it. I had leca balls in there. It was a good mixture of organic and inorganic stuff. And then I soaked it in a water dish. And that's why the roots are super happy. And there's nothing mushy, which is fantastic. Inspect the leaves just to make sure there's nothing we need to cut. I am not too happy with this leaf, but I could leave it there. It's not a big deal. There are no pests on it. You could take it off or you could leave it on. For this plant, I think I would just, I'll take it off. We're looking at aesthetics here too, right? So now that we've got this lovely plant, I got this really cool jar at a thrift store here. I'm sorry, they're called surplus stores, but a surplus store, a Japanese surplus store. And I got it for $7. $7 for this guy. Pretty cool, right? Yeah. I have my PAFCAL soaking here. It's been soaking even before I started filming the episode. They say that you're supposed to soak it for about 10 minutes. It's fine if you go over. It's fine if you go over. And here, Filipinos do not laugh. You know you all have tabo, okay? And you guys know what tabo is used for. It's not just for washing your butt. It's actually used for washing your body as well. And in my case, to clean pumice. Because I want to mix my pumice and my PAFCAL together when I put them in. Do I have any containers here? Give me a second. I have this tin container, which I guess we'll use. Let me just clean it up real quick. Put half of my pumice in there. I'm going to drain some of this PAFCAL out, and I'm going to mix it so we can put it in to our nice new planter. So a thought crossed my mind that I want a stick for this guy to support it. Then I remembered that it's a large form Monstera deliciosa. They don't respect the stick, okay? My large form Monstera deliciosas just do their own thing. In fact, I'll take a video of the biggest one I have so you can see what I'm talking about when I say they don't respect it. Okay, so got a mixture of chocolate chips. Just playing. Put this inside already. If you're curious about PathCal, check out my PathCal videos and my update videos. It's a really great product, and I still stand by it. I mean, especially for people who are too busy, who know they're going to be busy, or who are trying to propagate or are worried about watering. Yeah. So this stuff, it's like a sponge, but it's like miracle stuff for your plants. One of the reasons why I mix pumice with PathCal is, although this is a heavy pot, I don't want the plant itself to be unstable inside the pot. So the pumice will give some weight to the roots instead of just letting it, you know, bobble here and there. And let's go put this beautiful guy in there. Come on, don't break, don't break, don't break. Thank you. Look at this. Look at your new home. Oh my goodness. So will I regret keeping this Monstera Compacta in this container? No. I bought this container so I could have a decorative piece. I really like having plants indoors, and this would make me, I think, happy to have indoors. So radioactive iodine. Something crossed my mind, and you know you're a plant parent when you think like this. I had to ask my friend Balong, who works with nuclear medicine occasionally, and I was like, so, radioactive iodine, radioactive, right? He's like, yes. And I was like, okay, and radiation works on plants, right? Like, we've seen mutations from radiation. And he's like, what are you thinking? I was like, nothing bad. I'm just asking because I don't want to be lonely. And, you know, clearly in the name of science, I got to know these things. Could I possibly create a mutation by keeping a plant around me? I'm like, how soon do I want the plant? Do I want it while I'm in the hospital, or do I want it at home? And he starts laughing his head off because clearly, you know, most sane people won't ask that. But if you're a sane plant parent, you know, it's a thought that crosses your mind. And he said, if it's a low dose of radiation, I would need to be exposing the plant for a longer time. So clearly it's not happening for me. You know, if you guys were in my position, I'm sure the thought would have crossed your mind too. What kind of mutation can I get from this radiation? Which plant would I bring, right? If I was going to mutate something. Thankfully, I have friends who understand my humor, how naughty it may be. They know I'm not serious. I have had a lot of friends who've reached out to me after finding out about the surgery. I have a friend who actually went through the same thing. She's been very helpful, giving me tips of what to expect and tips of how I need to deal with it. They're very, very helpful. And, you know I'm in good hands. I know I'm in good hands with my doctors and the hospital that I'll be staying at. Okay, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. There we go. So hopefully I'll be able to get back to making videos and I could actually share more stuff with you guys. But in the meantime, I'll be posting what videos I am able to record today and space them out so that we have something to look forward to, and so I don't get overworked, because I have a feeling I'll be in the hospital still when I edit some of those videos. Actually, I know I will be in the hospital while I'm editing, so there you go. Some things that I'm thinking about including in the Tasteful Nodes content, I guess, include plant spotlights, because I have so many plants that I don't know how to include them in other videos, so they don't really get much attention, and I would love to expose you guys to them. That's it in a nutshell. That is my plant care is self-care video. Just wanted to keep you guys updated and not leave you without any content, just because I have so many ideas out there and I have so many things to do still, but not enough time in the world apparently because of everything that's going on in my life. In the meantime, if there is anything that you like or you want to hear about or you're curious about, I guess, requests. I'm your plant DJ now, not just your plantita abogada. Let me know if there's something that interests you and you want to learn more or hear more about. Just leave them in the comment section of any videos that you're watching when the thought comes up. I'm still on Facebook. I still have content there, and I'll be keeping that active. I am still on Instagram as well. And since getting the news about the malignant tumors, about how Tasteful Nodes has gone rogue, I've been posting a lot there. So I have some pictures there as well. And I hope you guys enjoy them. And I hope you guys are well. And this is it. So if you need any self-care, I would definitely recommend turning to some plant care. Repot your plants, propagate your plants. I mean, they're such a great way to de-stress or keep your mind off of things that, you know, seem heavy. I'm really happy to be back and making some videos, and I hope you guys are happy to see them too. Okay guys, until next time, keep your nodes classy and tasteful. Tasteful Nodule will be signing off, but I'll be seeing you as Tasteful Node soon. Okay? Bye.